Alexander Plumans, our referee for this one.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. I expect a clean and fair fight. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times, touch gloves, good luck.
The Olympic rings tattooed on Walker there. Also that Veni Vidi Vici tattoo. A few fighters from Northern Ireland have got that. I think Carl Frampton was the first. Ryan Burnett's got it as well. So Walker in good company there. Made his debut on the Taylor Catterall card in Glasgow. Boxed to Wembley in April on the Fury White undercard. I was there for that, and he won 4-0 against Stefan Nikolai, but it was an interesting learning fight for him because he picked up a nasty cut and had to look after that for most of the fight after a head clash. I saw him at the boxing booth gym, Adam Booth's gym, a few months ago. He was sparring Michael Conlon ahead of Michael's fight against Miguel Mariaga at the start of August, and he boxed on that card too, beating an 18-3 fighter called Marcos Martinez 5-1, and he's training out of that stable. Huzaifa Iqbal in the corner for him tonight. Lost to Duke Reagan in the quarterfinals of the Olympics. Very good Team USA fighter. He didn't expect to be at the Olympics himself, actually. He turned pro, but there was no American qualifier because of COVID, so it went with rankings, and his ranking was still good enough to qualify him, so off he went. Same deal with Keyshawn Davis. It was a very unusual Olympics for lots of reasons. Right hand into the body there from Walker, good upper body movement. Caicedo looks to try and come back at him. As I said, the Colombian is game. He will come forward, he will try and make things happen here.
Break. Stop. Head up. Box.
Walker's seen all kinds of styles throughout that amateur career. Caicedo's quite open, quite rangy. Just trying to figure him out at the moment. The best method to employ against him. Had a great rivalry with Peter McGrail when he was an amateur. Both achieved their wins over each other.
Head up.
McGrail headlining recently, last week actually. He's going well as a pro. Turning southpaw here, Caicedo. Into the last 30 seconds of the first round. Good right hand there from Walker, the first real solid shot that he's landed. Left hand into the body. He's just got Caicedo pinned on the ropes a little bit here, but the Colombian's doing a decent enough job of covering up, then comes off those ropes. Looking for a big overhand right, and lets those hands go as he tends to, runs across the ring at Walker there, really. Bell goes at the end of the first round, and our man in the red corner, our away fighter, has gone about this exactly how I thought he would.
Meine Damen und Herren, liebe Boxsportfreunde, begrüßen Sie die ehemalige Weltmeisterin im Mittelgewicht. Hallo und herzlich willkommen, Christina Hammer.
Christina Hammer just,
Come on, hurry up.
and he's not afraid to let those hands go.
Box.
One of the interesting things for standout amateurs when they turn pro is that they will find themselves in with fighters who just do not do what they are supposed to do. It's not something they see in European Championships, World Championships, Olympic Games, so it's a different kind of problem to contend with at times. Just trying to vary up the jab there, Walker. Needs to use that, I think, just to keep Caicedo occupied. Looking for the uppercut. Caicedo will throw whether he's set or not. But that jab can just keep him off balance. Holding that left hand low. Walker again goes up to the head, to the body, takes those feet out. Then a little bit of a trip and stumble in his own blue corner. Gets hold of Caicedo. Gets himself out of trouble.
Guys, keep it clean, please. Box.
Midway through round 2, Walker's kept Caicedo under control nicely in this first 90 seconds. He did unload with quite a lot in that first round, Caicedo, which might have taken a little bit out of him.
No low blows.
Good right hand there from Walker. Caicedo came in. He's looking for that uppercut as well. He does stoop over a bit, Caicedo, as he crabs forward. Likes to throw that right hand and then really open out into the left. That's a good short chopping right from Walker. He's looking for that right hand over the top every now and again as well, Walker. 30 seconds remaining in the round, and this has been a good round for him. That opener, he did have a look. He was confronted by a style which he won't have seen for a long, long time.
Time.
I mentioned that stable he's boxing out of in Surrey. Josh Kelly, Michael Conlon, Harlem Eubank, Charlo de Freitas, so he's got good fighters around him, week in, week out. Josh Kelly in action on December the 2nd against Troy Williamson in a British title fight. That a very interesting matchup. Harlem Eubank was due to box a couple of weeks ago on the Eubank-Ben undercard, but obviously that didn't happen. Conlon back in action on December the 10th.
Box.
Be interesting to see if he can really turn the screw on Caicedo now, Walker. He needs to keep his wits about him, because as evidence in that previous fight I saw from Caicedo in Tirana, you never quite know what he might do. Good jab again there from Walker, just flicking it up from the waist.
Stop. Stop. Watch your head, please, and no one on the back of the head. Box. Watch your heads. Stop. Box.
Nice right hand to the body from Walker. Stepped in and took it. Left hand came back from Caicedo. Good defence there from Walker, just taking those feet out, tucking the chin behind the shoulder. Smart right hand, draws a nod of approval there from his opponents. Short with the uppercut there, Walker, heading into the final minute of round 3.
Stop.
Dominated rounds 2 and 3 so far. The opener could maybe have gone the other way, actually. Caicedo threw a big volume of punches. Some of them half got through at times. There was a nice short little left hook there from Walker. Final few seconds before we get to the halfway stage here. This scheduled for 6.
Time. Box.
Caicedo looking to be more aggressive at the start of round 4 here. I think he knows that he's got to try and disrupt that rhythm of Walker's. He's not been able to do much with him at all in rounds 2 and 3.
Stop. Box.
Smearing right hand gets through there from Caicedo. Just before that, Walker had varied up the jab nicely and then looked for that right. You're going to get caught every now and again by somebody like Caicedo, though, because he's unorthodox. He throws punches from angles that you're not really going to expect. You don't want to get caught with anything, of course, but he's pretty difficult to read when he steps in and just unfurls those long arms. Just trying to tempt Caicedo in here, Walker, standing on the borderline of range. Again, good upper body movement on the ropes right above us, and then turns Caicedo.
No. Look at me. No holding. Don't swing it. Box.
He's just able to take those feet out so comfortably, Walker. And Caicedo ends up chasing him across the ring. Good right hand into the body from Walker. I think that might have hurt Caicedo a little bit, possibly, because he's going for a runaround.
Time. Keep your head to the fight. That's the rule. Not looking there, not looking there. Keep your head to the fight.
Well, the referee just telling him he needs to look at his opponent rather than have a little wander around the outside of the ring and look into the crowd. He's doing what he can here, Caicedo, to get through the 6 rounds. I don't think the referee needs to be too hard on him. He hasn't looked really hurt at any point, but at the same time, he's just up against a much better fighter here. Walker is trying to tempt him in. Caicedo isn't really taking the bait. talk about levels in boxing, and I think Caicedo realises that to just come in all guns blazing, as he can tend to do, is really, against someone like this, only going to result in one thing, which is him getting caught. Right hand got through there from Caicedo. He steps in and looks to try and let the left though. Walker again just rocking and rolling on the ropes. Caicedo coming in square, wide open, just letting those hands go. Right hand lands on the chest there of Walker, and Caicedo's decided he's going to up the ante here. Strange looking right hand, almost landed. Walker came back with his right. So just as I was saying that he was looking to be a little bit more cautious than normal, he's reverted to type. Right hand there from Walker was decent, left hand to the body was as well, and then a right hand over the top. And Caicedo in a little bit of trouble there on the ropes.
Don't push and punch.
Gets away okay. The Irish supporters inside the Fabric Sports Haller, of which there are quite a few, finding their voice, warming up for that main event. Padraig McCrory taking the fight at pretty short notice, 3 or 4 weeks against Leon Bunn, stepping up to light heavyweight as well. And I make that a very interesting match. He turned southpaw briefly there, Caicedo, and ended up dropping down almost to a knee. Right hand gets in round the side of the guard again.
Break. Break.
Using the jab there, Walker, and driving Caicedo around the ring.
Break. Don't push him. Break.
Good left hook there from Walker. Caicedo, here's the clapper. Heads, I think, came together there, but no damage to either one of them that I can see. So 5 down, 1 to go here.
Final round, touch close. Final round, touch close.
It's a good right hand. Just working on him in the corner. I don't know if there's something wrong with that left hand, but that was fairly vigorous.
Final round.
So 6th and final round. This has been a decent workout for Walker, much like we saw for Malloy earlier on. Getting 6 rounds under your belt is never a bad thing. He did that in his previous fight, won that one 5 rounds to 1. This could be the same score because the opening round,
Stop. No resting, guys. Keep it clean.
he didn't land all that much, Walker. He was just, as I said, having a look.
No holding.
There's an example of how awkward Caicedo is. Right hand was pretty solid there from Walker as Caicedo came forward. But as I mentioned, he's not really looked hurt at any point. Good jab there from Walker. He's got that kind of rubbery look to him almost, Caicedo, because he's not ever really balanced at any stage. Punches can tend to move him, but it's often difficult to catch him when he's in any way set.
Show me, where?
Well, I think he's saying that Caicedo bit him, maybe, is he? Is that what Walker's claiming here? The referee's asking Caicedo, did you bite him? Caicedo, I think, is going to deny this. But we saw him disqualified in Albania for fairly blatant use of the head, or at least it was when you saw the replay. Walker was not impressed with that. He doesn't need to let that get to him. Just box out the rest of this round, take the win, and be on your merry way, because, as I say, Caicedo, as he's proved in the past, is a little bit of an unpredictable character. I didn't see that myself, but Walker reacted pretty much straight away. Caicedo looking for that big winging overhand right. Swinging himself off his feet almost, Caicedo. Walker just trying to rev up the crowd a little bit. And will maybe try and give us a grandstand finish here with just over a minute remaining. Big, wide, scything right hand did land there, pretty much with the inside of the glove from Caicedo. Walker on the jab, doing the sensible thing here. He's not really getting involved. Good right hand, and then just winds it up again. Didn't have time to let it go. He's an interesting one to see, though, because he does give good value. He's hit the road in recent times, as I mentioned. He did 10 rounds in Italy in July, then was in Albania in August, then in Holland in his last fight. Now he's come over to Germany. So he's a decent opponent, but he just needs to watch himself, because he got disqualified. And then Walker has claimed there that he's tried to bite him. You don't want to be gathering that kind of a reputation. Well, maybe this was the incident here. And he's just nuzzling into his neck there. You can't see really whether anything happened there or not, but there is a slight motion towards him. He's got the gum shield in, so it's not really like you could do any damage. There isn't any kind of mark, but you could see that he did just lean in a little bit there, and it's a curious thing to do. Walker reacted straight away. But like Malloy earlier on, I make that a worthwhile outing for Walker. Early stages of a pro career are so different from the later stages of an elite international amateur career, because, as I mentioned, you run into fighters who just do not play by the rules, quite literally in the case of Caicedo at times, and they're unpredictable, they're unorthodox. Head clashes are always a potential problem, and you have to get used to that.
Yeah, I believe, but the judge didn't see it. Was
Rules get tested and bent, and referees tested a lot more in the professional ring than they do with the amateurs. Referee just saying to Walker there that he didn't see it, so he couldn't really do anything.
Meine Damen und Herren, liebe Sportfreunde, nochmal einen großen Applaus für beide Fighter. Das offizielle Urteil as we go to the scorecards. Bei Yaskalan Sandak und Jörg Mielke scorten den Fight 60-54, 60-54. Und Ronald Blasco wertet den Kampf 59-55, 59-55. We got a winner by unanimous decision from Lisburn, Ireland, the blue corner,
So 2 scores of 60-54 there, 6 rounds to 0, another one of 5 rounds to 1. It would have been that opening round that judge would have gone Caicedo's way with. So Walker with a win. As I said, that was a good learning experience for him. They'll need to step him up pretty quick. But that fight he had at Wembley where he picked up the cut and then the shenanigans there from Caicedo, those are a couple of kind of boxes ticked almost.
Kurt, thank you very much for joining, and first of all, congrats. Amazing fight, you had everything under control. How would you sum up this one here in Germany?
Brilliant. Working on new stuff from the coach H, everyone in the gym. So I was able to try and implement that as best I could. Big Paddy's fighting tonight, he has all the crowd over and they've been brilliant. So.
Incredible, it was like a fight at home, or?
It's crazy, yeah, the Irish go everywhere, but Big Paddy's going to do it next and everyone's going to witness it.
Absolutely, so you made him miss and had real precise shots. So was this the game plan from your coach?
Yeah, that's what I'm best at, you know. I was doing it well and then he tried to have a bite at my neck one of the rounds, so I had to make him pay by making him miss a bit more, but I enjoyed it, it was brilliant. I've enjoyed Germany.
Yeah. Absolutely, so let's have a look. There was an incident in the final round. Did he bite you there? Or what?
My neck or something, like a wee quick one. What's he doing? He's not winning anyway, what's the point?
So he bit you?
He bit me.
Strange things.
Yeah, so I had to make him miss a little. I had to make him miss to annoy him.
All right, so thank you very much. Congrats once again, Kurt Walker.